Hello, dear students, and a very good morning to all of you. Today I am back here with the social science classes for class 8, and here I am going to provide you the civics part of the social science, and we will learn chapter number 8 of civics, that is government and development. Today I am going to provide you the first part of this video. Okay, so this chapter is government and development, and in this chapter we will learn about that what is the role of the government, okay, in the development of any country, as well as we will also learn about that what is the role of the government for working for the development or for the welfare of the people of that country also. Okay, as we are knowing that India is a democratic country, and in a democracy it is really very important that the people or the public of that country should be happy. Okay, so what is the role of the government for, or how the government works for the welfare or for providing the welfare activities or welfare goods to the people of the country. Okay, so in this chapter we will learn about that what is government. About government, all of us are knowing that. Okay, we will learn about development, that means how government works for the development of any country, of any state, or of any local area. As well as we will also learn that what is the role of the government and how government works for the welfare of the people. Okay, so let us start this chapter, and we are going to start this chapter with a very important topic, that is public facilities. All of you are knowing what are facilities. Facilities are basically the needs that are required for a person to live a comfortable life. If the word public adds to it, that becomes public facilities. Now if I will talk you about facilities, so if I talk about facilities for myself, okay, so I need food, I need a bed, I need a house to live, okay, I need water, I need clothes. These are my facilities. These are things that makes my life comfortable. So here I am talking about, or talking as individual aspect. Okay, but if we will talk about public facilities, so public facilities means the things, okay, that are needed for whole public, okay, that are the basic need of every public, every people, okay, to live their life comfortably. So what are public facilities? Public facilities are certain necessary needs of people in order to lead a comfortable life. That means public facilities, that means the things that are necessary for every person, okay, to live their life comfortably. Okay, now who provides the public facilities? So public facilities are provided by the government of that particular area or country. Okay, there are some public facilities which a person can. Now what are public facilities? Suppose that I need a bed, okay, in my house I need a bed, I will purchase. Okay, suppose I need almirah, in my house I need almirah, I will purchase. Suppose I need ration for my family, I will purchase. But I want a road on which I can go from one place to another. I need railways through which I can go I can cover large distance. I need a particular organization from where I can get education. So is it possible for me to maintain a road, to construct a road? Is it possible for me to construct railways? Is it possible for me to construct a whole school for me? No. So there are some necessities, okay, of people that cannot be buy or brought or arranged by an individual itself. Okay, so the things or the facilities that cannot be brought or arranged by an individual, okay, or on an individual level, so those facilities are provided by the government of that country. Okay, so such type of facilities are only known as public facilities. So please remember, public facilities are not such kind of facilities that we can afford by our own. Okay, so basically public facilities are those facilities which are arranged or which are bought or brought for a whole or for a community of people. Okay, so basically public facilities are something or are the facilities which a person cannot buy or arrange on an individual level. Okay, they are usually provided or insured by the government. तो जो public facilities होती हैं that are insured or provided by the government only because a single person cannot afford it. Okay, so these type of facilities are only known as public facilities. For example, what kind of public facilities are there? For example, healthcare is there. Okay, healthcare is not a subject of one person. Healthcare is related to everyone and one person cannot afford it. Afford it means एक अकेला इंसान हॉस्पिटल नहीं बना सकता है. Okay, so basically what is healthcare is provided by the government only as a public facility. Sanitation, cleanliness, okay, an individual cannot clean whole country or whole city, so sanitation is also the subject of public facility only. Electricity, that is also provided by the government. Schools are also provided by the government, as well as roads, public transports. So these are some of the public facilities that are provided to us by the government of our country. So healthcare, sanitation, electricity, public transport, roads, schools and colleges are some of the essential public facilities provided for everyone. So these public facilities are not for our luxuries, okay? These public facilities are just for a simple life that we can live. Now let us move further. Availability of good public facilities. Now why there is need, or why there is a need to provide public facilities to the people of the country? Because these public facilities are important for the survival of any human being, okay? So that is why it is a responsibility, since we have only elected our representative to govern us. That is why it is a responsibility of the government to provide us certain basic facilities, certain public facilities, okay, that are essential for our welfare, for our well-being, जिससे हम अच्छे से रह सकें. So that is only known as public facilities. Now, what are the advantage of public facilities? The advantage of public facilities is that once it is provided, its benefit can be shared by many people. Suppose that a road is constructed by the government, एक road बना दी गई. Now that road is used by, that particular road is used by many person. Many people are using it. So that is not meant for one person. That is meant for a large population. Suppose that a school organization is established by the government, so not only a single child is going to that organization. The people or those who are living nearby that school, okay, and if that school is good, the people, those who are living far away also come to that school for earning education. So like that only public facilities का मतलब ये हुआ, once it is provided, it is for everyone's benefit, okay, everyone's benefit it is. Like education, okay, a school in the village will enable many children to get educated. Supply of electricity, if in any area electricity is supplied by the government, it is not only for one house, it is for every house that are located in nearby region. So that is only public facilities are not only for one person, it is for everyone, okay. Healthcare is also like that only. People can benefit from hospitals by using them for healthcare. So like that only public facilities once provided can be benefited to the person for many years. As well as public facilities are not only for a single individual, it is for everyone, okay, or a community or a group of community. So in the Indian Constitution it is written that Indian Constitution gives us the right to life, okay, and right to life, for living our life comfortably, we need several things, like we need water, we need food, we need electricity also, okay, we need education also, we need health also. So all these are considered as our right to life, okay. So in our constitution it is written that every government of the country is bound to provide us certain basic facilities that are important for the survival of the people of that country, as well as that results in the welfare of the people. As all of you are knowing that people considered as human resource, and human resource is the biggest gift of the nature, because humans are only responsible for converting other resources, okay, or making or for providing other resources value. Okay, so that is why it is very important for the government of any country to take care of the welfare as well as of the development of the people of that country. Okay, now what is public welfare? So public welfare is one of the prime responsibilities of the government. Public welfare means क्या हुआ? That in any region, if the government is there, it is the responsibility of the government that it works for the welfare of or the well-being of the people living in that area. Okay, then only in the next election that particular government will again form the or again come into power. If the government is not able to provide public facilities or not able to work for the welfare of the people, that means they are going to change the government next time. So like that only public welfare is important. So one of the most function of the government is to ensure that public facilities are made available to everyone. Okay, public facilities should be provided to everyone without any discrimination. If roads are being constructed, so those roads are used by everyone, whether it is rich, poor, or anyone. Okay, so public facilities, it is the responsibility of the government that it should provide public facilities equally. Okay, ensuring their welfare and well-being so that everyone can develop. Okay, or every section of the society can develop, or every area or every part of the country can develop. Now, public facilities are our basic needs only. Okay, so it is the responsibility of the government to provide adequate public facilities. Okay, adequate means that much public facilities governments should provide that are necessary for the survival of any person. Now, how public facilities are provided to us? Okay, so public facilities are from where the government brought money for the purpose of providing us the public facilities. So from where government get the money? So government get the money for providing us the public facilities from the government fund, and that money comes from the taxes that we pay to the government. Okay, so directly or indirectly government takes money from us only and spend it on our facilities, or spend it on providing us the facilities. Okay, so now here one more thing comes. Now one more thing is here, that every time it is the responsibility of the government only to provide us public facilities. But students, as the population is increasing, okay, so it is not possible for government only to hold the responsibility to provide the public facilities of whole country. So that is why sometimes government also use or take help from the private organization. Have you seen the private hospitals? Have you seen private educational institutions? Okay, private contracts are given to the contractors for constructing the roadways, for maintaining the infrastructure of the country, for constructing the railways. Okay, so private companies or organization also help the government for the purpose of developing the country and for the purpose of providing the facilities to the people of the country. So all of you are knowing that what is private companies? Private companies are the companies which are either run by an individual or run by a group of individual. All of you are knowing that in private company the profit is share or is प्रॉफिट किसका होता है? अगर इंडिविजुअल इज रनिंग इट तो प्रॉफिट बिलोंग्स टू द इंडिविजुअल, एंड इफ ग्रुप ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स आर रनिंग इट देन द प्रॉफिट विल बी शेयर्ड बिटवीन दोज ग्रुप ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स. ओके, so private companies can be hired on contract by the government. That means sometimes government also hire private companies for the purpose of providing the facilities to the people, like for establishing hospitals, for establishing school institutions, for establishing or for constructing roadways, railways. Okay, but such undertakings are not always profitable to the private companies. Okay, now all of you are knowing that the private companies run for the purpose of gaining the profit. Okay, private companies को profit चाहिए होता है. Okay, so sometimes if private companies are making any institution, if private school is there and government school is there, so all of you are knowing that since private schools are providing you much better facilities, that is why you have to pay more for learning in that school. In comparison to the government school, their fees is very less and the facilities that they provide are also very limited. Okay, so sometimes when private organizations, if they provide the public facilities, so that becomes little bit costly. Okay, so government and private organization combined with each other for the purpose of providing the public facilities to the people. Okay, as all of you are knowing that the private companies provide public facilities at a price that only some people can afford. All of you are knowing that everyone or the people, those who belong to the poor community, that they cannot bear to send their child to a good school, to a private school. Okay, the people, those who are having money, they move from one place to another through private buses. They go for treatment to the private hospitals. Okay, but the poor one cannot afford the private organizations. That is why they move to the government one. Okay, so it is good that private organization are also playing an important role for providing facilities to the people, but the facilities that are provided by private companies are not affordable for everyone or to everyone. Okay, not everyone can afford private facilities provided by private companies. Private facilities are not available to all at an affordable rate. Many people who cannot afford to pay for such facilities will be deprived of the opportunity to live a decent life. So if privatization happens in every sector, okay, suppose that today I give you one example of college institutions only. Now there are two types of colleges. One is private and the other is government. Okay, the student applies for any entrance examination, okay, and if the student scores good marks, he will be sent to the government institutions, okay, and if the child scores less marks or less rank, then he will go to the private institution. Now on which criteria these institutions are divided? So students in the government institutions, they are having more importance. Obviously those institutions are running by the government, that means they are having more importance in comparison to the private institutions. Next thing, the government institutions, okay, in those institutions the children or students have to pay less fees. Even I will give you example, for any course, if in government school you are paying 5,000 rupees, so in private school you have to pay at least 50,000 rupees, or in private organization you have to pay 50,000 rupees. Okay, so the person who is not having 50,000 rupees for going to the private institution, definitely he wants to go to the government only. So sometimes privatization is not good because it is very expensive or every people cannot afford it. But sometimes privatization is also good because privatization increase competition in the market. Okay, so everyone tries to improve their quality. Like so many private institutions have opened in a city, okay, after that only government started taking initiatives that more and more people should learn in government schools. Okay, so government started improving the condition of the government school, so it increases competition. Okay, and after that only the quality of the institutions or the government institution improves, so that people can take admission in that also. Okay, and as well as all of you are knowing that the private organizations or the things that are provided by private organization that are expensive, but sometimes due to stiff competition, due to strong competition, the prices of things also started decreasing. Okay, if so many companies are there providing you the same thing, so it is ultimately possible that slowly everyone will introduce their idea और कोई क्या करेगा, रेट कम कर देगा. ओके, सो इस तरह से क्या होता है, देयर इज अ कॉम्पिटिशन बिटवीन प्राइस ऑल्सो, और इस तरह से प्राइस क्या हो जाता है, कम हो जाता है. लेट अस मूव फर्दर. ऑल ऑफ यू आर नोइंग दैट नाउ फ्रॉम वेयर the government gets money for providing us the public facilities. The answer will come from the tax. Okay, so every year the government has to put the annual budget. Okay, every year the government put the annual budget, and in that annual budget the government has to mention that what are the things the government is going to do for providing us the better facilities in the country. Okay, as well as in the annual budget the government also decides that how much money they are going to invest in education sector, how much money they are going to invest in the transportation sector. Okay, so like this only, basically what is this, that which type of roads, dams, or what are the things they are going to construct for the purpose of providing the good facilities to the people of a country. Okay, so from where they get money from the taxes, and every time they have to mention their facilities, what they are going to provide us in their annual budget, and how much amount they are going to expend on it, that also they have to mention in their annual budget. Now the main source of revenue from where the government get money, that is taxes only, and all of you are knowing that taxes are of different types. Tax अलग अलग तरह के होते हैं, ठीक है. every tax, whatever amount the government gets in the form of tax, they have to spend it on defense also. They have to spend the amount of tax collected on the security of the country, as well as for the education also, for the social security also, okay, for healthcare, providing healthcare facilities also, for the purpose of cleanliness also, and for other expenses also. So like that only the government has to divide the money, okay, in different sectors, so that they can work or for the welfare of the people properly. Okay, now the question arises, the government is empowered. Now government is having the right to collect the tax, but it doesn't mean that government can take any amount of tax from you. Okay, the government has to take a nominal amount of tax to you from you. So basically the government is empowered to collect these taxes and use them. Government takes tax from us, government हमसे tax लेती है, and the government is empowered to utilize that tax for providing us the public facilities. Okay, now government meets the expenses partly by charging a price for providing public facilities. All of you are knowing that if the government is providing us the facilities, that means they will also take some charge on it. Suppose that road tax is there, okay, and not only this, we have to pay taxes on every item we purchase. We have to give tax for every time we go for shopping. We are purchasing a single pencil also, then also we have to pay the tax. ठीक है, for everything we are purchasing we are paying some money to the government. Okay, so for a nominal charge the government should imply a nominal price only, okay, in the form of tax, so that everyone can pay it. Okay, it is not the right of government to take any amount of money in the form of tax to us. Okay, so it is important that the government should decide a nominal amount. Nominal amount means minimum amount that everyone can afford and pay in the form of tax. Okay, now all of you are knowing that all of us have seen the difference between the urban cities as well as the rural areas. If we will talk about the difference between the rural areas and the urban cities, so there is a huge difference, because some of the facilities are provided to the metropolitan cities, but those facilities are not reached to the village areas. Just take example, just I want to explain you that there is a huge difference between the providing of the facilities to the people. Okay, the urban areas are getting more facilities in comparison to the rural areas. So it is the responsibility of the government to provide the public facilities equally to each and every section of the society and to each and every area of the country. The present condition of the access to public facilities in India is far from satisfactory. That means today also, if we will talk about the public facilities, so in India it is not proper or equal, because today also people are living in slum areas. Today also some of the section of the society is forced to live under poverty. Okay, today also in some area of the country there is shortage of water. Okay, so there is inequalities in the distribution of the public facilities in India. Okay, now if we will talk about how it is unequal, okay, so compared to the wealthy areas, you can take the example in the pictures. If we will talk about the metropolitan city, so they are lighten up throughout the year, every time. Okay, there is no power cut, and every time electricity is provided to those areas. But if we will talk about the village area, so there is shortage of electricity, okay, or they are under provided. Compared to wealthy localities, the poor localities are under service. That means the interior areas or the remote areas are still underprivileged, or still there the public facilities are not provided equally by the government. So it is the responsibility of the government to provide equal public facilities to each and every section of the country. It is important that the government take into account that all citizens of the country have a right to these facilities, which should be provided to them in an equitable manner. Okay, so it is the responsibility of the government that if they are providing public facilities, to keep a balance, okay, in each and every area, so that everyone can get equitable, okay, public facilities in equal manner. Okay, so this is the responsibility of the government to provide public facilities equally to everyone, okay, in every city. Okay, so Now, up to now, we have learned about what are public facilities, from where the government gets money for investing for the providing us the public facilities, as well as we have also learned about this thing that the public facilities are equally distributed by the government. Okay, so for that the government has to work in India to provide or to take care that public facilities are being provided to each and every city, each and every village of the country, so that the development can take place in equal manner. Okay, so if for this part this much is only there. In the second part, I will explain you that how the government decides for the development of the country. We will learn about planning commission. We will learn about 5-year plans and some of the important programs that were started by the government of India for the purpose of the construction of roads, for the purpose of providing house facilities in the rural areas, for electrification in the rural areas. Okay, we will learn about some of the programs that were started by the government for all this purpose. Okay, and we will also learn about the healthcare missions that were started by the government. So this is all for this part, students. Thank you everyone. Watch the video carefully, read your book properly, okay, and ask all the doubts in the Zoom classes whenever you are having. Please fill the book exercises, okay, and read the chapter properly. Thank you.